Welcome back to another. I can't. That's too basic. I'm tired of hearing that. I just can't do this. I'm going to be talking about where I work currently. I actually just got off, which what gave it away? The bags. But basically I'm just going to touch on some things that you guys may want to know about or whatever, as far as like being a new hire, like what to expect. Like first day things, just kind of like what it's like and everything, and just stuff like there. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's just go ahead and get straight into it. I was just doing like my everyday, you know, like hiring near me or whatever, typing that in on Google and then like scrolling through jobs, and I think I found it that way, and it was on Glassdoor. But I was just like, is this like for real? Like, I don't know. I just didn't think it would be that easy to get a job at Amazon, I feel like. So the job that I applied for was a seasonal like warehouse worker. I just expected for it to be like, you know, an interview, for them to take like, I don't know, like 2 weeks to do this, do that, get a background check, all that extra stuff. And even if, you know, that was if I got the job, literally I got an email after I sent my application. I think I got it like the next day. So after I applied or whatever, on the website it'll like ask you for, now I don't know if it's always like this, but it asked me for my appointment time, like when I could come in for an appointment. So nothing was saying like interview, you know what I mean? So appointment is almost like pretty much you have the job. But this one says, hello, congratulations, you are on your way to joining the Amazon team. And then it just asked me to watch this new hire video, blase blase blase. Long story short, like I got the job almost like this, it felt like, and I was just still like, you know what I'm saying, because I've never gotten a job like that. Like who does this? But after that, you know, I went in. It was like 2 a.m. We had a little orientation. They gave us our gloves. They gave us our little vest. They basically just talked about, you know, like expectations, you know, stuff like that you would want or need to know, like pay and just all that different stuff. It was just a really quick training experience. It was that one day that we did training, but that's honestly all you need. Other like little questions and stuff that you'll have, like you can just ask, like, you know what I mean, like, and you'll learn along the way. Like we literally sat in like a room, talked to us, got all our stuff for like 2 hours, went on our break, which is a 20-minute break, and then we like went through like the warehouse, and I think they were showing us the stuff through there, and then how to use like the little electronics and stuff. I'm just gonna tell you about the different jobs that I've worked personally, but most likely starting out you're going to be a buffer or a stower, and then everybody picks. So buffing is when a conveyor belt is going, there's people 6 feet apart on each side of the little conveyor belt thing, and there's people all along each side of it, and you're grabbing whatever box is yours. So if someone assigns you a 1 through 4, then you have to get every box that is A1 or A2 or A3 or A4 and put it on your like rack, and then you put all of those boxes on your rack. So then when you put them on the rack, there's a stower who's behind the rack putting them up in like the little bags, like scanning them in and putting them in the little bags. Stowing is just when you scan in the packages and then you put them in the little bags that you're going to later, everyone collectively as a team, well mostly everyone, scan those bags now that have all the little packages in them and all the boxes or whatever, and take them, and you're gonna put them on carts. That's the picking, on these big carts, and then you drag out your cart and you're gonna take it out to the back or to the side or whatever, and then that's where you scan it in out there. And then the trucks, those little Amazon trucks that you see that come drop off your little Amazon packages at the door, are what or who gets the bags, who gets those carts and then gets those bags and then puts them on their truck. And they're supposed to do that in 20 minutes. And then the picking is supposed to be done in 20 minutes. But obviously if you have like 4 carts, well, I don't think you'll ever really have 4 carts, but you have like 3 carts and you can't get it under 20 minutes, just do your best basically at the end of the day. So besides buffing, stowing, and picking, those are kind of like the biggest, like, you know, like starter jobs, something that everybody will at one point do. Oh, and then one time, like the last time I went into work, they had me on buffing assistant duty or whatever it is. And basically, like after all of those packages come through and everybody grabs their packages, at the end of the conveyor belt, there are obviously going to be packages that don't belong in that, on that row or whatever. Like this conveyor belt belongs to A and B. So if there's G's and there's C's coming down, like those are gonna obviously just keep coming down and they're gonna end up at the end. So I was like the person who would like take those off, put them on a cart, and then once the cart filled up, I'd go take those and then go put them in their rightful, on the rightful conveyor, and then they'd go down the right aisle. Or, I mean, yeah, those are the jobs, all of the jobs that I have done. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is the shifts. So I personally, like I said, I work 3:50 to 2 o'clock to 2:20. So a 10-hour shift, which is like, feels like, you know, 12 hours because I wake up, you know, an hour early or whatever. And then we have the lunch break that you clock out for. And then the last like 3 hours you're just sitting, well, it's just there's not much to do for those last 3 hours on my shift. I literally just pressed the earliest date that I could start, which was May 23rd. So that's why I ended up with the shift I did. I come in right now Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But there's a full-time shift where they come in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and they work 40 hours. I only work 30 hours. So normally I'll make up for that. They'll give VET. So there's a little app, that little app right there called Amazon A to Z. There's this find voluntary extra time. That's what VET is. It'll show up like maybe like 4 times out of the week. I don't even really know, but it shows up enough to where I'm able to accumulate 10 more hours to get full-time and some overtime if I want. The pay rate, if you didn't already know, is $15. I'm sure it's different in like different places, but like I live in Florida. The overtime pay after you reach 40 hours, it's officially $22.50, I think, for overtime every hour. So that adds up. So that's it. I didn't want to make this like a really lengthy video. If you want me to talk about, you know, more about the job, like the things you can do, more about my first day, what I like about it, my like personal experience and how I feel about the job, then I can definitely do another video. But I've literally been talking for like an hour and that's just not going to happen. So I'm gonna stop here. I hope you guys enjoyed what I did talk about and that it was, you know, actually like it made sense and that you got something from it, but it wasn't like too boring. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, do what you want to do. Thanks for watching.
Oh,